If you're thinking about buying or selling a home this year, it's important to know what Charlotte real estate market will look like in 2019.
Here with more is Nancy Braun. Nancy's the owner of Showcase Realty. Nancy, great to see you. Thanks for coming today.
Good morning. Yes.
Okay, first off, let's start with this. How did Charlotte do in the real estate market last year?
It was a strong market. We saw a shortage of inventory, which means we had greater amount of buyers than there was homes to sell to them. And we still saw some multiple offer situations, and prices kept on going up. So we do see an appreciation, which also can affect affordability. So it ended strong, but we actually had less homes on the market at the end of the year than we did in the previous year.
So what is the expectations for 2019, Nancy?
So we anticipate a continuation of shortage, and we also expect some affordability issues coming up because interest rates will probably rise maybe 1 or 2 more times, and they've already risen since last year. So we're now hovering just under 4.5%. We anticipate possibly going as high as 5% on a conventional.
Okay, so with that being said, what does that mean for buyers, sellers, and investors?
Right. So as prices keep going up, but wages stay flat, and interest rates go up, now what a buyer can qualify for is going to change. Obviously, it's going to go down. So if interest rates keep rising and inventory is still out there, we might not see a continuation of homes selling for a lot more than they had been. If you look back to 2014, some homes in Charlotte have doubled. You know, we've seen such enormous price gains, and how much more are people really making today than they were in 2014? It's actually not matching up.
Well, how will this impact first-time buyers?
It impacts them the most because they're usually just qualifying barely for a certain amount. So they may have to reduce their qualification, how much they can afford to buy. Maybe instead of $180,000, they can get a loan for $150,000. Well, we all know it's barely anything out there in the Charlotte inner city area for $150,000. So that means they might have to go out further into the suburbs, which is what we've seen.
So what is Showcase Realty, your company, doing to help these first-time home buyers?
So our first-time home buyers, we have really great preferred lenders that we work with, and they know all the different programs that are out there, including forgivable down payment assistance programs. So you can have someone that has great credit, graduating from college, but not a lot of money saved. You know, they just came out of college. So we could find them a program that can give them that down payment assistance, and then we can ask in the offer for the seller to pay closing costs. So in certain situations, they can come into this with $500 and buy a house.
That's great.
So what mistakes should buyers and sellers avoid this year?
Overestimating your value. A lot of sellers, when they keep on hearing the prices are going up,
Exactly.
they're going to think their house is worth a lot more than it is. And if you overshoot the market, you're inevitably going to have to drop your price over time and end up selling your house for a lot less than had you sold it in the very beginning. Because the first 2 weeks of your marketing, that's when you really want to get your offers. So if you're not getting showings or you're not getting offers, it's down to price.
You have to price it right, yes. Okay, so the biggest question on everybody's minds, are we heading for a real estate bubble again?
Well, I don't know. I'm not an economist, but there's such strength in Charlotte's market. We see cranes all over the city, in the suburbs. Everything's growing, growing, growing. Lots of companies are moving here. I don't anticipate a bubble, but maybe a softening of this increase in prices. And we certainly aren't seeing multiple offers in the level that we used to see. Those investor hedge fund groups that were coming in right after 2014 and just taking half the market up, they aren't really in play right now. They're kind of holding still until prices drop again. So we're not competing with a huge amount of hedge funds that have unlimited cash. So it's more of a traditional market, I would suppose.
Nancy, great information. Thank you so much. To learn more, Nancy has a free report called What's Ahead for Real Estate in 2019. Visit Carolina Property Report for your copy. CarolinaPropertyReport.com is the website to go to. You can also call Nancy directly at 704-488-3109. Again, 704-488-3109. Nancy Braun, thank you.
Thank you.